it down. Break it down. Break it down.
Hello, 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 everyone. As you can see, I have a magnificent, unbelievable guest today. Second to none. Watch out, Mr. Mufara. Anyway, today we're going to talk about many different things. I'll probably get started here, and then Jeffrey can add in whenever he wants and whatever. First thing I want to say is I've been on this wonderful journey for about 4.5 years. Mr. Morlock here, Jeffrey Morlock, who everyone knows. And if you don't, get out from underneath that rock because everybody else knows who he is. He was here. He was somebody that I looked up to, and I still do. Very, very intelligent, even keeled, doesn't get overexcited, keeps everybody leveled. Not quite like me, or definitely not like Chris Johnson, that's for sure. A couple of things I wanted to bring up. The last couple of weeks have been an explosion. It's almost hard to focus on what happened. So many things are happening at once. As you know, tomorrow at 12:30, we're going to have a Burj Khalifa light show, and they're always impressive. They're also going to announce the winners of that drawing that they had last month. There should be 5 winners, a total of $21,000. I've never seen anything like it where what do you have to do? You have to be in to win. It's that simple. You don't even have to buy a ticket. It's a lottery that if you're in, you have the chance to win. I love it. I thought it was really cool. I know a lot of people are excited about it, and I hope whoever wins really, really needs it. And most of us do. I get it. What I wanted to say is, in ONPASSIVE, we meet many different people. We've done many different things. We have family all over the world, which I never thought I would be in something like this. As all of you know my story, and I've said it a few hundred times. But, when people say, thank you for what you do, and thank you for this, and it almost feel it's cringeworthy to me, because I do this because I absolutely love it. There is no way would I work this hard if I got paid. Okay? There's no way. I do it because I absolutely love it. I was looking for ONPASSIVE for 25 years. The problem was Ash was only a teenager, and I don't think he was ready to start it then. But no, really. And then when I did have a chance to meet Mr. Mufara as time went on in the beginning, I went, oh my God, this is what I've been looking for. Everybody has an even chance. We used to hear LC and leader and all. I never liked it. I don't think we have a right to call ourselves leaders. If people follow you, then you're doing a pretty good job. I would rather guide people, inspire them, instead of tell them and motivate. Motivate doesn't last. You have to be inspired, because inspired lasts a lifetime, I believe. And ONPASSIVE, if you just don't worry about tomorrow and what if and how about and when will, if you focus on what we already know, what has passed our windows as we travel up this highway, there's enough there that whatever's coming is nothing less than magnificent. It has to be. Look where we've traveled. Look what this company has done and never pulled in a dime, not a dime. And it's amazing to me. The biggest companies in the world, one is Apple. They started in a garage. You have the other company started in an attic. Microsoft started in a strip mall. We started on the Burj Khalifa. You tell me, when you start there, where could you possibly go but bigger and better? And the beauty of the company, and I've said this for a few years now, the power of this company is the people. Yes, we have the best products. Yes, they're untouchable. Yes, the values just beyond belief. And on top of that, you can receive a commission for using them. What else can I say? I'm going to let Jeffrey talk before I lose my voice again. And because this is a guy I very, very much respect. In fact, he's respected from every continent, from every country. I've never, ever heard anything negative about Jeffrey Morlock. Not one word. And that, in this day and age, that's pretty hard to find. So here's Mr. Jeffrey Morlock. Thank you, Jeffrey.
Wow. Thank you, Marty, so very much. I tell you what, I'm excited to be here. You know, I've been watching you for years. Yeah, you're right. We were starting to go gangbusters. I mean, we were really starting to pick things up. And so I want to thank you, Marty, for
Jeffrey, can you hear me? You have to start over. For some reason, you got kicked out. You just now came back on. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I don't know what happened. I'm sorry.
Not a problem. No, I appreciate that that warm welcome and those accolades. I mean, those kind words. That's like, wow. Thank you so much, Marty. I appreciate that. And you were talking about when you had come into ONPASSIVE. You know, I think that was halfway through 2019, and I remember everything that surrounded that. And about that time, we were really starting to take off in gangbusters. We had already achieved a lot more than what was expected by either Ash or any of us, you know. So, I mean, quite frankly, I want to go ahead and thank all of those people, you included. I mean, you're probably right up at the top of the list there. All those people that are working together to bring us together and to spread the core message of ambition, you know, for lifting humanity, and just the core message of heartfelt, compassionate action for everybody in the world through what we're doing with ONPASSIVE. Without the leaders like you that are doing all of the webinars and all of the note taking and all of the worldwide sceneries, showings, we probably wouldn't be quite where we are. And I'm just grateful for all of that. I did come in 2018. I'm coming up on 5 years. What an incredible journey. I have loved every step of the way. I love what it's doing now. I mean, there's some things I wish that hadn't happened and didn't happen, but it's all part of the journey. I do get jazzed up quite a bit about certain things. And to that end, I do believe that, you know, our heart is true and that we're loyal to the precepts that ONPASSIVE has been built upon, and the heart that sees lifting humanity as, or even a single life for that matter, as a worthwhile cause. And no matter what happens or how we move forward, in what direction or to what great extent, or no matter how much magic it is that's happening, I know that Jeff Morlock, and I know that Marty Degarmo, and I know that a lot of the leaders, I mean, Chris, you know, I'm just, lots of people can make a difference, period. And I also know that ONPASSIVE right now is our single best chance of magnifying that individual difference that we make by 1,000. So that's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm anticipating. And as we move forward into, I mean, starting tomorrow with, like you were saying, that's huge. Just getting things together and making it fun and developing the camaraderie and seeing that we're all together in this and have some events that make it fun. I was going to wear my my Looney Tunes tie for you today, but I thought no, he's gonna have a black T-shirt on, and I'm just gonna. But see, I put my black T-shirt on for you, but I thought I'd leave the tie alone. But we're heading into a pretty serious time with OnPassive, where we're gonna actually open commercially. That's what we've been told. We're expecting it here in the next few days, within the next few days, certainly probably with the first product of O Connect, which I'm jazzed up about. It's a monumental flagship product that we're going to be able to just go gangbusters with, and that's going to signify the real crossing of the line that everybody's really kind of been waiting for with bated breath for the last few years. But it's been a journey, and I've loved it, and I'm looking forward to where it's going next. So if you want to kind of lead this conversation, otherwise I'll probably be talking for half hour.
Well, there's two talkers on here. That could be dangerous, right? Anyway, I was thinking about the effort that people need to put in. It's the only platform or any business. In fact, I look back on the 19 years online before OnPassive, and knowing what a business really is, I realized I wasn't in a business ever in all those years. I was in what they call a flash in the pan type of thing, where they didn't last. They couldn't handle what they were doing. They weren't set up. They set up for failure. And what I really hated about MLM was it just doesn't seem like a good business model that 2% of the people drive the whole company. And it just seems kind of frail. And I've said many, many times, and I believe this, many companies will be saved because of OnPassive. Where else could you go? If you had a product that was definitely legit, people absolutely loved it, and you hook that business into OnPassive with all the tools we're going to have, it could give you a jolt of life. I'm not kidding. I believe that. And I never heard us come out and conquer another company. We're going to beat this company. We're going to give the best that you can. We're the secret sauce, which we found out, and it wasn't magical. It just should have been our people, and treat them fairly. Give them what they want and some. And that's what Ask focuses on. What other CEO do you know that finds out the needs of the people, builds it, and then asks, what did it cost?
Wow. Yeah.
Right. Nobody else does that, Jeffrey.
You've hit a good central point here. Now, I mean, right out of the gate, let me tell people, MLM is not a bad business model. It's not an illegal business model. I mean, look at Mary Kay and Herbalife and all these huge, huge companies. However, that said, we are still not an MLM, nor are we any of these other things that are illegal or anything like that. But as far as what kind of efforts do we put into it, I mean, you've got to answer that individually. But I'll go back to what Mr. Mufareh has said, and I'll take him at his word, because he says, look, the only thing we really expect is that you will tell our story. And by that, I'm believing he says, talk about OnPassive. Where did we come from? How did we start? How did we develop? How did we go from A to B to C to get where we are now? And that includes, at what point did we shift away from mainstream online business, which touted the MLM and all sorts of other even nasty things, and we migrated, we shifted. Remember, we are the paradigm shift that is OnPassive. We shifted from that online model of me first, I'm getting what I want, and I'm going to hoard it up for me, to what does somebody else need? How can we help other people? And how can we lift everybody by doing what we're doing? So when he says, tell our story, let's talk about that. But even more than that, on an individual basis, Marty, we need to tell our individual stories. And I'll tell you what, Jeffrey's got one, because I never had the purview, especially a global per view like I've got now, simply because the things that I have learned through OnPassive has largely caused my entire perception to go global, where I am seeing so much more than anything I ever saw before, that my life has changed. And now I'm not focused on just Jeffrey and his family. I'm focused on my community. I'm focused on people in other countries and saying, I'm going to visit people. I've already got plans. You know, when the apples start coming in, when we start making some commissions, whatever that is, I'm good with it, because I have already gotten so much more out of OnPassive than I gave to OnPassive, that I'm good to go. If we got hit with an EMP and we went back to the Stone Age, Jeffrey's good to go, because up here, my perception is right, you know? So we need to tell our story within OnPassive individually. Who were we when we got in? How was our perspective changed? What are we looking at now as opposed to, you know, what we were looking at then? And how has it helped us grow individually? And again, I'll yield back to you, because I can keep going for a while, you know?
Hey, you take your time. There's one thing, you know, the most important story to tell is yours,
Yeah.
not mine, not Jeffrey's, not mine. You all have a story. Look, I've met so many people that if it wasn't for OnPassive, their camera would be off, their name wouldn't be on there, and they would sit back and say nothing. What I'm seeing is introverted people come out because they feel safe, because the platform is a safe place. It's fertile ground to give a voice to the voiceless. It finally is a place where that's happening. And as far as getting back more than I put in, I'm embarrassed from what I put in and what I'm getting back, because what I got back is life changing. It changed my life for sure, for sure. I thought at 42, when I wound up losing the job through disability problems and health problems, I went, oh my gosh, I hit my peak at 42. And come to find out, what was coming down the road was even bigger and better, and it's OnPassive. And meeting people around the world and finding out that we're all the same. We bleed red. We care for our families. We just want the best for ourselves and our families. And it's not that much to ask. There's enough wealth in the world for everyone to do good. Okay. There's enough there. They just got to have a more equalized distributor of this type of wealth. And when you have a CEO and a brother that I absolutely love, when his heart is, let's give out to everyone, let's help everyone, because he believes once your pockets are full, your gas tank's full, you're happy, you're satisfied, you're going to want to give. And a million people can give a whole lot more than one person. So I love the whole concept. I know that it's frustrating to see people not get it, but trust me, plant the seed, and one day you'll look back and there'll be a forest. It looks like a desert right now, but people will come back. Just plant the seed and move on. Don't worry about when it comes to the ground. That's not your business. Plant it and move on, because they will come back to you one day and go, oh my gosh, is this what you told me about 3 years ago? You go, yes, it is. Is it too late? No, it's not.
Amen. You know. Amen to that, brother. You know, additionally, you were talking about the people that we have that were introverts and are introverts and that sort of thing. But when you look at the perspective of what we've got and where we're at, we have those people, the introverts, as you had said, that don't normally get involved with things, and they look at things on the sidelines. They've been burnt, they've been stepped on, they've been, you know, whatever. They now have hope. They're now looking at something. Even the introverts, even those people that are afraid or just always full of fear, or have been beaten so badly back that they're afraid to step out in faith, that even though they're on the sidelines, they've now got hope in their heart. And that is something that OnPassive has given the masses, right? There's something to hope for, because they too, we too, each and every one of us, significant in our own individual way, can be a part of this, a part of what OnPassive's entire mission is, which I would encourage anybody, go look at the mission statement. I mean, that last line, when it says to have the effects of a global stimulus plan, when you look at that, what does a global stimulus plan do? That means you're giving something just about for nothing that people can use to their advantage for whatever they need, right? And I'm of a firm belief that life is supposed to be magical. It's supposed to be wonderful, and it's supposed to roll on for us effortlessly, that we shouldn't have to be worried about people always trying to control us or stifling us or squashing us down or stepping on us or anything like that. And with ONPASSIVE, we can realize, whoa, we've now got a level playing field, and that playing field is simply this, or it will be this when it matures, that we're going to have whatever it is, whatever tool, resource, or service it is that we need to realize what jazzes us up. What is our dream? I loved, man, the other day when Mr. Mufara said, look, reach back into your childhood, reach back up on that shelf where you put that dream, dust it off and bring it down, pick it back up, shiny it up. Because now you're going to have the ability at some point here pretty quickly to be able to say, wow, I remember wanting to do this or wanting to do that or wanting to help this group or that people or maybe my neighbor, my mom, who knows? But now you're going to have the platform to be able to do it, because not only will you have the resources to be able to put that into motion, but through those resources, we're going to have, or it will provide also, a way that you can earn an income to continue to build and develop that dream. And that is what I am absolutely loving it. And you equated it, Marty, to a plant and growing, right? Yeah, we bloom right here where we're planted. And then when that happens, man, you start to grow, you branch out, things start to happen, you get a little more beautiful, life starts looking good, you take in more sunshine. It's all going to be great. And that's where I'm headed with my mind and my whole heart and everything as far as ONPASSIVE is concerned, because Mr. Mufara has given us this opportunity and this platform. We don't have to work too very hard at it at all. It is what it is, and it will be what it will be, and it will offer the same individual potential to each and every one of us right across the board. Thank you.
This is dangerous. I'm having so much fun. Jeffrey, 437 people. People love you, man. That's a pretty good crowd. Anybody watching this today, tomorrow, next month, whatever, a year from now, and you're saying, who are these two crazy guys on this camera? Here's what I want to tell you. Look, you don't know either one of us, probably. Do yourself a favor. It doesn't cost anything to get in and look around. Don't take my word for it. You don't know me. Get in and look around. Take a walk on the wild side. It doesn't cost anything. You can pull your wallet out, but there ain't no place to put it. You get 3 free products, and you can look around and judge for yourself. But never let something go by. If you have that feeling like, I wonder what this is, go for it. Because you'll wish you did later. I'm just saying. So take that big plunge, which is nothing. It doesn't cost you anything. Get in. If you look at what they're giving away, you're going to have to know what they're selling, because what they're giving away is priceless. I'm using it now, and it's state of the art. And everything they're building is from scratch. This isn't a take it out of the box, put a new ribbon, a new box on it, and send it out to the public. It's brand new. It's AI enhancing people's lives. What we're looking at, look, I have an hourglass. Jeffrey's got one, and there's a lot more sand in the bottom than's in the top. Okay, in my shoes, I know that. But the point is, there's nothing more valuable than time. And if you can be in something where you can magnify what you want and what you love and the passions that you have, and make an income from that, and have more time, freedom, where you can spend time with your family, maybe travel, maybe meet other people, maybe whatever it is you want to do in your life. Nothing more valuable than that. And ONPASSIVE will give you the opportunity for all of that. And what I'm saying is to find that out. Look, we've all heard everybody say this is the best thing that ever happened. This is the best. Come in and look for yourself. It doesn't hurt. It won't cost you anything. That's what I would want to tell everybody. This is what I do tell everybody. I don't try to talk somebody into unpassive, because if you have to sell somebody, you have to sell them every day. I don't want to do that. When you know, you know. And everybody hears, everybody watching, you know, when you get in, you're going to say, this is something special. And I tell you what, I've said this the other day. People will become very successful in unpassive. I believe that. It has to be. The ingredients of the company is wealth in different ways. Wealth with money, wealth with life, wealth with love, wealth with hope. But the point is, all said and done, we're going to be able to say it. I'm talking to the founders. Whatever you have in your pocket, whatever you have in your bank account, what you're going to cherish the most is that you took the journey with Mr. Mufara and each other. That's what's going to matter. You're going to look back and say, I was there when I sat at the table with Edison when that bulb lit up for the first time. I sat with Henry Ford when he pushed that button and the line started producing cars. I sat with Mr. Mufara when he launched ONPASSIVE. It's a big deal. Trust me. I remember things back in my life, and they don't happen a lot where it's historical feeling to you. This is historical to the world, and you're part of it. And it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And keep going ahead. Anybody that's watching, share it with people you want. Don't worry about family. I don't talk to family about business. Listen, when your family sees you're 2 inches taller and you got to skip to your walk, they're going to come in unpassive, guaranteed, because they're going to go by what they see, not by what comes out of your mouth. That's what family is. So don't worry about that. Just keep pushing ahead. And Jeffrey said it, nailed it on the head. Tell your story, because when you walk around in life with the glow, the unpassive glow, it's there. You can't get rid of it. People are going to want to know, I don't know what Jeffrey has, but I want some. And that's unpassive. I believe that with all my heart. Go ahead, Jeffrey.
You know, I'll just kind of listening to what you're saying and you know, kind of piggybacking on that. It's not just unpassive. I mean, unpassive can make it a lot easier, a lot faster for you. I mean, that's certainly true. But if you've got an interest, if you've got a passion, if you've got something that really jazzes you up, that is your true north. That is what your life is about. And I will guarantee you, if you will forget about making money, if you'll forget about trying to get something for nothing, if you'll just forget about anything and everything with one exception, and that's following what jazzes you up, following your passion, that will turn into whatever will fund your life. Okay. Unpassion. That's pretty cool. Unpassive is a platform cool, that you're going to be able to do that, because no matter what you focus on, right? No matter where you place your energy, your time, your talent, your energy, it's going to get magnified. It's going to be amplified. That's the way it works, regardless of whether you're in unpassive or whether you're doing something else. Within unpassive, however, right? You've got the platform. You got things you can choose from. You can pick from. Marty, you were talking about some of these things that we have that are free right now. And I would certainly suggest go to onpassive.com, click on there, create a free account to get access. You know, it's a single sign-on for the entire ecosystem. You'll be able to get in there and look around, you know, kind of push the bells and whistles and see what's back there. You'll be able to pick up a few things. I mean, if you got a website, go do that and look at O-Tracker. Oh my goodness, you're probably going to go nuts when you see what. I mean, you're talking about geolocations and heat maps, and I mean, all sorts of reports and stuff it's free for you. Go get an account, right? Same thing with some other things that are back there. So it's not going to cost you a dime. Just go look. It might just spark your imagination so that you do something else. You don't have to do it within OnPassive. You can do this in your life. We're just helping you. It's going to be a lot easier within OnPassive, because that's what it was built for, to give us all an even chance at doing what we want to do. And it's all for the purpose of lifting the entire globe. Thank you, Marty.
Absolutely. Thanks, Jeffrey. Yeah, it's easy to feed off somebody that thinks and believes the same way as we do. So one thing I do want to point out, Jeffrey Morlock does videos, very, very good ones. Make sure you subscribe to his channel. It is Jeffrey Morlock. You'll see it. His picture will be there. Subscribe, ring the bell, and you'll get any updates that Jeffrey does. If you're not there, you're missing out. So make sure you do that. No joke. And,
I appreciate that, Marty.
No, I wouldn't say it if I didn't mean it. It's a very good. You do very, very good videos, in depth. You leave Jeffrey's video, you know if you want to know, no doubt about it. I want to thank everybody for being here. This was very enjoyable. That was the fastest 30 minutes I've ever had, I believe. Keep your eyes peeled. We all know that things are happening quickly. None of us know personally, it's going to be in an hour or 2 hours. This is a very big, big, big company. It's many companies on one platform. Many. Yes, Ask Before I Believe doesn't always know when and if when something's going to happen exactly. Why? There's a lot of outside forces. So keep the faith, keep going, and realize how fortunate we really are to be part of something life-changing for us, our families, our family's family, our friends. And I want to get Jeffrey back on here so he can say goodbye. Did I kick you off, Jeffrey, or did you do it?
I don't know. I just disappeared.
I saw it. Listen, well, I've got my mouse flying around here like an idiot, so maybe I did it. Anyway, I'm going to say goodbye. Jeffrey, you can close it out. And remember, 12:30 tomorrow p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, Burj Khalifa Light Show. You don't want to miss it. And they're going to announce the winners tomorrow. Okay, Jeffrey, it's all yours, buddy. And thank you so much for being here.
It's absolutely my pleasure, Marty. And I appreciate you. I appreciate what everybody is doing. Where you've got people that are doing platforms and videos and just all sorts of things. And there's so much you can choose from. So look around. For the folks that are watching this, somebody out there's got to have something that you'll like and that you can resonate with. And that's what I'm saying, is just expand your horizons, expand your perceptions a bit about what's going on in the world. There's a lot of things happening globally. ONPASSIVE is in sync, but it's only part of that. It is a paradigm shift, but the whole world is shifting. Okay. Be a part of that. Get involved. Do something. Show up and be a part of what is going on, and you'll be so much better off for it. We're going to love it. I thank you so very much, Marty. I thank everybody here. I certainly appreciate them. And again, many, many blessings to each and every one of you.
Yep. And I'm going to say goodbye, but I want to say one more thing before we both go. I'm not going to do shout outs today because we're running late, and my grandchildren are fit to be tied right now. Remember one thing. I hear people say, what did I do to get this? What did I do? You deserve to be here. You're meant to be here.
You are worthy.
It's not what you think or you're here because you should be here. You have a voice, open it. You have something to say it. This is the platform where you get to live to your fullest. Sick and tired of seeing 80, 90-year-old people leave this world and never really lived. ONPASSIVE is the platform where you can get your passions, like Jeffrey said, and magnify them to the world. No doubt about it, because you'll find that you're not that unique. There'll be other people that love what you love. Anyway, see you all, and God bless.